Hello again, time now for the top business stories. I'm Sally Bundock. We start in the US, where higher borrowing costs are on the way, but not just yet. The Federal Reserve has brought forward its timeline for raising interest rates from near zero as the economy continues to recover and inflation creeps up. So markets didn't like the news at all. More on that in a moment. But first, here's Michelle Fleury, who's been listening to what the Fed Chair Jerome Powell had to say. So let's look at market reaction. In Asia at the moment, we've got markets at three-week lows. In fact, stocks have fallen off a bit. You can see the Hang Seng up just slightly by 1/3%, but Japan down over 1%. The price of oil coming off as well. This is all in reaction to what the Fed had to say. Let's look at the American markets. There was quite a serious drop-off initially as the Fed was beginning its press conference, but you can see markets closed not that much lower. There was a bit of a recovery there. And this was, as Jerome Powell said, you know, with projections, we need to take them with a big grain of salt. He kind of threw that comment in to calm markets. Prior to that, the Dow was down by over 200 points. You can see it closing down 265 points lower. The Nasdaq was down over 1%. The S&P was down over 1%, but you can see both those markets recovered. So let's go to Miami now and talk to Chris Campbell, who's Chief Strategist at the risk consultants Kroll. He's former Assistant Secretary at the US Treasury covering financial institutions. Good to have you on the programme. So what do you make, Chris, of how the Fed is handling this very tricky situation they're in at the moment, isn't it? And how soon do you think they might decide to do that? I remember, you know, after the 2008 financial crisis, when they even started to talk about tapering, there was a tapering tantrum within financial markets. There was such a huge reaction then. The Open Market Committee were quite split. There were 7 voting in favour for rates going up sooner rather than later. So when are your thoughts on when they might start to increase the cost of borrowing?